Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Zola Msizi, the man, the legend, chocolate man. You know what it is.
You know what it is, my son. You know what it is, my son. You know what it is.
I hope you guys are good and well, and yeah, you guys are keeping safe at home and whatever. Yeah. So today we have Zola. Zola, introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, what you do, and yeah.
Okay, on the spot. Suka. Right.
Yeah.
That's not scary at all. All right, cool. My name is Zola Msizi. I am a model. I'm an actor. I'm also an architectural technologist. I live in Joburg now, but I was living in Cape Town. That's where I met this lovely lady. And we've been friends ever since. And yeah, man, just pushing the hustle in Joburg and just trying to make it out of just the pits.
Yeah.
The pits.
Yeah. Okay, so on today's video, basically Zola will be just letting us in on so many things. I won't be Eastering. I will answer my sister too. Zola will be Eastering.
You really hit him with you really hit him with the wall yesterday. I won't be the wall.
That's what I saw.
Don't do this.
It's so annoying.
Oh, wait,
so I've seen so many posts, guys, like on Facebook, on what you call it, this WhatsApp about man being a man and whatever. Yeah. So I want you to touch on that, like tell us more about your book. If you follow Zola, like do check. I'm gonna leave his handle right here.
You should. But then, even if you are, follow me some more. Follow it.
Yeah. Do that.
But
yeah, then tell us, man, about like what men go through and make women understand.
Okay, well, firstly, a lot of women don't know that men are just like women. Emotions just the same, the ego thing, you know, wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel needed in every situation, because that's what drives gents. That I'm gonna be here if you need me here. But if I feel like you don't need me, then I feel like I'm not wanted in the space.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I've gotten so many questions from a lot of women, you know, trying to get inside the mind of a man and understand what's going on. And I always tell them, listen, we love affirmation. We love being told that, yo, you matter.
And you never think that for women.
The biggest mistake you could possibly make is thinking that men are a bandu who are rock hard. People who feel nothing. People who consistently are, you know, and they're all the same. Yeah, that is a mistake. We're not all the same.
Men are trash.
We are not all the same. I will give you that a lot of us are trash. But the reason why I say us is because I am a man at the end of the day. But there are still a lot of good guys out there. A lot of good guys, but the problem is the good guys seem boring at the time, especially in your 20s, in your 20s. A good guy seems boring because it's just like, I'm gonna have to settle down, he's not gonna be fun, you know, he's not gonna want to be kinky when I want him to be, he's not gonna do A, B, and C. But I'm like, that's the thing. A good guy is a safe bet. When you go for that good guy, you know that A, B, and C you'll have. And you have to have the 80-20 rule. That 80% of the things that I want, I'll get from him. The 20 I will forgive because I, myself, am not 100%.
Exactly.
He has to accept 80 and let go of 20. So if you don't have Kim's physique and, you know, Beyonce's eyes and all of those things that he wants, he should be okay with the fact that, yeah, and he needs to let go of them.
Exactly.
But now where you have to do the same.
Yeah.
So it's just, I try to explain this so many times, and the root of it all, and if you want to understand men, you need to prioritize mental health. Because before actions is thought. So if there's thought behind something, that's the thing that's driving it. Exactly. You know, before you touch this table, you have to first think, okay, I want to touch this table and then do it. So I'm like, yo, if we really prioritize the mental health of gents, you'd find out what triggers them, what's the cause of the actions that they do. You could find out why they have been treated this way, and this is why they are reacting in this certain way. Like, you'd find out so much and solve so many problems. Like gender-based violence, you could solve that by just understanding what made you in this thought and your growth. What made you think that it is okay to take advantage of a woman? Who told you it's okay? Why did they tell you it's okay? Who did you grow up with? How did you grow up in the sense, you know? Because if I'm myself, a normal guy, am able to wake up in the morning, go to sleep without harassing a woman, harassing a child, raping a woman or a child.
Yeah.
Any man can do that. Any man can do that. So it's just like, the reason why I'm able to wake up and go to bed without doing these things is because I know that my mental health is in check. I grew up well. I live in a very loving home. Therefore, I don't feel the need to be that kind of guy. But it will be different for another gent who lives a Soweto, who's surrounded by dudes who rob and kill and all of those things, and ufunda from that. And now the outcome is obviously going to be that guy. Who is now going to be that guy who kills and rapes and all that, because it's been normalized in his mind and the area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, hey, we really, really need to just listen to gents. I'm not saying, but take whatever they're saying and run with it. But if you really want to understand, listen. That's all you need to do. Just listen. Yeah, well, the things you're going to hear might not sit well with you, but at least you will know. Instead of making assumptions that men are like this, all men are like this, because one guy mistreated you or two guys mistreated you, and now you think all of us are going to be the same guy. How can that even be possible? You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, also tell us more about it, because there's this conversation we once had, Erez, about women not taking accountability of what they do. Like Undomazana that would actually lay her hands on a guy.
Oh yeah.
That's wrong.
Let's start it off with, especially as an actor as well. The industry has painted women physically assaulting men as romantic. No, I slapped him and then he hugged me and kissed me. You know, I'm like, no, that's not real life. You can't slap somebody and think that they're gonna love you more because you assaulted them. That's not how it works. You know, I can't stress this enough. Assault on either sides is not okay. On either sides, not about okay from gents to bad. From either sides, because love does not require you to be physically abusive. I've been assaulted in relationships. I've been abused physically, emotionally, mentally, where I was degraded to absolutely nothing, and I had to muster some sort of strength.
Yeah, it's not until I know he's a guy. He can handle it.
No.
He's a guy.
No.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
No, I don't do that. You know?
It's wrong to, like, men are taught to be strong and which is wrong. It's fine for a guy to actually cry.
Facts.
It's fine for a guy to be vulnerable.
Why is it that women don't know what to get a guy when it's his birthday? Just a gift in jail. You think what, socks, sneakers,
tie, yeah.
Like, do you even take the time to actually know what your man's likes so that you know what to get him? You know, because
it's like typical. Come on, since he's a man,
what can I get for him? Okay, I'll just get. Should I get him a watch? Should I get him a cologne? I'm like, these are great gifts, yes, but there's no thought behind it. If you go to a store,
oh my word,
and then you just go buy something, there's no thought behind that. You just went and got something that you could possibly get for him that he might like, and then you ran with it.
Yo.
That's not how it's supposed to be, because when your gent has to get you something, you're expecting the entire rainbow. When you feel that you can't do the same for him, is this not your partner, a man that you love with everything in you, just like he loves you with everything in him?
Exactly.
How are you able to just sit there and be like, I can take, but I can never give? There's no way. We're human beings, guys. We're human beings at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's not about you're a girl or you're a boy. It's about humanity. Like some guys,
relationships are not an exchange. They're a partnership. You give, I give. We work together.
That part.
You have my back, I have yours. We can fight anything.
Exactly.
But now if I have to fight for you and myself, how is that fair? I did a monologue actually. I remember I was doing a monologue.
Yeah, tell them about it.
I was describing like a problem that we have basically in society, and how a lot of women think that when a man moves on, it's just a physical thing, that you're looking for a hotter girlfriend. You're looking for one that can outdo this one.
We really think that.
And it's just like, I've seen women laugh at another guy who she was with, moved
Yeah,
on.
yeah, we
and
compare.
You move on to long? Yeah, guys, I love you. Oh, yeah. Chok. Yeah, I'm becoming a slave. You? And I'm just like, you realize it's not about the looks, guys.
It's not.
Especially when you get older.
It's really
Especially
not.
when you get older, you get to a point where, as a gent, you want peace, you want calm. You face the world every day, especially as a black man. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
We're literally the pits. The first suspect for anything is a black man. You could put every race and gender over here, but the black man will be the first suspect.
Yeah.
He probably did that. He looks like he's the kind of guy.
Also in relationships, also maybe a couple breaks up. Oh, it's probably the guy. Probably the guy. And then it's like, no, it's the girl. And we're like, oh, wow, really? First assumption.
Huh?
Yeah. Literally, first, I wonder when's it all new Zola.
You, I swear. Kunini, how many times must it happen that I'm like, it wasn't me, I did not mess up.
Me and my girlfriend broke up. Oh, what you do, bro?
Moshile nemfe, atinya, boy, yeah, Moshile. Come on, man, you know? Man, dude, there's no way. So, like, I always say this, like, look after your mans, make him feel wanted, and you could literally have the world.
Yeah.
He will do everything in his power to make sure that you're okay, because he knows that I'm appreciated here. But in a very, like, that also would apply to every man in a perfect world. But we don't live in a perfect world. Therefore, there are men who do not appreciate the love, respect, and support that some women give. And they go looking outside, which is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm an who you surround yourself with. Because I surround myself with men who know the value of women, who distance themselves from any sort of misactivity is out here. Because we know that we still have to look for a wife in this whole thing. So if we're messing up all of this, some other guy has to take the person we damaged. You know what I'm saying? And now you are going to suffer as a gent. Like, we literally need to look out for each other, even through our women as well.
Yeah. I want to touch on something. When I first met you, I saw you as this cocky, this too much of full of himself type of guy. I didn't like you. Let's start there. I was like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
I didn't piwanga. I don't want to look his way. And then he came through to my room. I know him through a friend.
Not to do anything funny. To do anything funny.
It wasn't any funny business. And we actually sit and then we had a conversation. I was like, oh, okay.
I might have made a bad judgment here. I might have kind of made a very prejudiced judgment of this guy.
Like,
trust me. If I had one rant for every time somebody thought I was cocky, I was arrogant, I was rude.
And really, when most people look at you as that person, they're like, oh my God, no, him. You're friends with him. I'm like,
have you ever had a conversation?
Yeah, that's what my cousin said yesterday. She was like, you must first sit down with the person, experience something, then
100,
conclude.
100.
Don't just because they show like they're giving you like a sticking face or whatever doesn't mean that they're a bad person.
It might just be the look that they have.
Exactly.
But you have not had a conversation. How are you going to make a judgment while you've never talked to this person before? No, trust and believe. I've had that multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times, even with my ex. Actually, we're not going to drop names. But even with my ex,
no name.
Same thing until she got to know me, and it was just like, hey, you seem kind of cool though.
He's funny, guys. I never thought he's a funny guy. He's so funny. I don't know how many times. Like, I feel like every time I'm with Zola, I laugh at everything. Like, he's so funny.
No, but like him, continue.
Yeah,
but thank you.
You see what I'm talking about? You see? He's full of himself also.
You must I'm probably went through the
You swear.
I'm done. Like, to show this.
The confidence.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, because you know me. It's confidence, not arrogance. It's not me being a douchebag. Yes, I actually was suggesting this to a friend that the best way, Nyani, to help our men, because there's a lot of men who have ego problems, who were told that walk all over you, and you know, so strong men want to be who want to assault women when they start getting out of line, and they're not talking to them like the king that they are, so they want to put hands. I'm like, guys, it is a bad trait to think that you should lay your hands on somebody who either doesn't want to talk to you, or doesn't want to give you the time of day, or who is disagreeing with you. That's not the way to go. It is okay to agree to disagree. It is very okay. You should not think that everybody's going to have the same mindset as you. Everybody is going to have the same perspective as you.
And there will be by they have an attitude. Collect yourself. It's okay. We can have this conversation once you've calmed down. Don't act. Don't lay
don't lay your hands on nobody, bruh. There's no need. There's no need, man. Just walk. What I always say is lay out that lifeline that, you know what, I see we're not going anywhere here. Let's agree to disagree. Nobody's ego is hurt. Nobody lost the argument. You have your perspective, I have mine. Exactly. Nobody's hurt out of this. You still get to keep your name and your ego. I keep mine. We're fine. But now people don't want to let it be in a show.
Exactly.
Same as with club, when these shootings happen and these stabbings and all of that. It's like people don't want to back down. Wonkumdu has an ego problem that I'm not going to back down. Allah has a fight going, but let's see. I myself, Zola Msizi, always just this. Look, men have ego problems a lot, right? But there can be channels in which, say an app opens up for men who want to come forward and talk about their problems but don't want to be seen. So you texting, you will just pop up as a number, not your number, but a number to a qualified therapist who is going to give you advice. So you text, I have this problem, I have,
You guys can do it, but look how Abafana where Abafana from the hood.
Yeah.
Who are damaged.
Oh yeah, no.
And they don't app, they would actually join that app because they're like, this is life. I'm a thug, man. Yeah. True. I can deal with this shit. No, I also thought of that. Imagine I was also like, exactly.
Therapist for no one.
Exactly.
Because there were 3 stages to this thing, right? So it was first the being able to, communicate via phone. If you feel a little more comfortable being in person, you can go to a therapist in person, but then you will write down like a anonymous name. It won't be your actual name, so that you can talk and they can't track King Ubani Law and whatnot. Or you could have it in confession booth type of situation where there's a curtain here, you can't see me, I can't see you, but I can at least talk and leave and you give me advice as the therapist, and then I can go home. To be able to implement that though, I would then call on government to make it mandatory, as in every month, at least once a month, where men and women can go to therapy, and it's mandatory by government law that you need to go to a therapist that's assigned to you in this area that you live in or wherever. And we can get down to mental problems, not only for men, but for women as well, because there's a lot of damaged women who think that relationships are this way and men are this way and this is how the world works. And I'm like, the world only works this way because you've been in a situation where it's been okay for the world to work this way, but there's other channels for things to work out.
Sure, that's a bright idea.
Yeah, because we have the amount of trauma that we have.
What's about like men?
Oh, dog.
Like, as women we go through a lot in that. But I feel like they really neglected because they are men. And yes, and I don't want to be too insensitive.
Let me speak on it.
Because I feel like I'm gonna say something, people are gonna at me.
Yeah, no. I know they're gonna try and drag. Is the one person that I am very, very concerned about is the boy child. Because we've been programmed on our upbringing and everything, but the boy child is being neglected, and now you're raising empowered young women to what co-live with unempowered young men. How is that going to work out? Is that not the complete flip? Because we as men have had the opportunities and were empowered throughout history, and women weren't. And this is the situation we're in now. So if we're going to flip it, that it's going to be women empowered and men are not, don't you think it's still going to cause another problem? Should we not find a solution where now we balance things out? Like, okay, young women are given a workshop, right? Where this is where we're going to teach them, or daddy, daughter, work day, whatever the case is. Should we not have it equally with the boys so that they know that it is okay to, be in the same position as a woman? It is okay to co-work and be co-workers with women. It is okay to have a female boss and you are, the employee. Like, it is okay to work with women without groping them, without groping, harassing, doing all of these things. It is okay to be with a female and be like, yeah, this is my boy, funny. You know what I'm saying? I don't Yes. I start. Yeah. Bruh, like, if we really are going to be improving the future of this country and every other country, we need to work to make everybody feel included. Everybody should be offered the same opportunity. Everybody should be taken care of the same way. Because as black men, we have traumas. Traumas that we've never even discussed. We had a conversation with the boys, and we discovered that a lot of young men's first sexual experience was with an older woman. We didn't know what was going on or how we're going to deal with this thing, but we are in the situation, whether it be your older cousin or your older cousin's friend or your sister's friend or whoever. That was your first actual sexual experience. And we're not talking about this because in the minds of a lot of men, you are the one. You had sex with an older woman?
That whole R. Kelly thing. R. Kelly got raped, I don't know at what age, but I think he was young. He was 11 by a cousin who was 19. And then he got raped again at 13 by this other guy. You see what happened to him? You see the damage?
You see the damage
he caused because of
one person who did this, took his innocence, and now a lot of other women had to suffer because of these things.
It was painful. It was so painful. I was like, oh my word. At a young, what do you know at that age?
Nothing.
And you are 19-year-old.
You're told to be quiet, don't tell mom. It's just our little secret. Now you go with it and you go until you're of age and mental capacity, and now you're like, wait, I got raped. And I didn't even realize.
Yo, guys.
How do I come forward about this now, at this big age? How am I going to come forward about the fact that I got raped at 11 years old?
And he got messed up.
Oh, he got screwed up. He got really screwed up.
And people don't realize that it's his mental health in
he got messed up at a very young age.
You can drag him, he's wrong, I'm completely wrong. But guys, you must look at the problem, the background, but it's at a very young age.
It really hits home. That's the thing, it hits home. I was 9, and I was just like, I can't tell my moms about this, even at this age, I can't tell my moms about this, so I just kept on living my life, keep going with it and everything, and I would stop myself from being out, just angry when I see posts of women coming forward about rape and everything, and I get angry, not because he came forward about rape, right, but the fact that I am living with it, and I can't come forward, because if I come forward, I know there's going to be questions of why now? Why are you as a man now saying this? Are you trying to take away from the cause or the movement that's going on? You're trying to distract. I'm like, but when can I speak out?
Exactly.
As a man.
And you're a man. You're gonna tell them I got raped. It's gonna be a whole
comedy, bro. A whole entire
You said you got what? People. So that's why most men never share such things with us, because they know, but it's gonna be taken as a joke. But how can a man?
Oh.
And it's just sad, guys.
Also, men don't open up because they know that women are petty when things don't go their way.
Exactly.
We don't want you to use our trauma, our pain against us. The girl I had a thing with, right? But now, actually, the girl I had a thing with, and I told her a couple of lies in jail. You know, like a couple of seemingly realistic traumatic experiences that I have gone through. And babes got closer and closer to me, and I was just like, yo, you realize we're this is not happening, right? You do realize that, right? It's like, nah, because that hurt her feelings. So now her payback, I don't know why you feel the need to give payback. Like, you want to have the last say so that you feel good about yourself. That yes, I hurt him. I got him. Does this hand not tell me that, yeah, no, Galoko, I can't take you anywhere, no, because you're too vocal, you're too opinionated. So I feel like, yeah, no, you're too young. We're the same age, my boy, my son. We are the same age, my son. Nana, same age. But this hand is now going off. But now you're too young. I can't take you anywhere. I'm like, it would be a fucking privilege for you to go anywhere with me, because the mindset that you have and the way that you think being vocal, being opinionated is a disadvantage to you.
Exactly.
The spaces that I occupy require me to be a person who has intellect, a person who has vocabulary that goes on beyond. Hey guys, exactly. Better train, but yeah, we move. This is how it ended, you know, because she kept on, she threw all the traumatic things that I went through in my face as a last ditch effort to be petty and to just dehumanize me so that I feel like, oh, I lost, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just like, I told her that you do realize that I didn't tell you these things as the honest truth. I just wanted to see if you'd ever be that person who's petty, who's going to use my trauma against me when things don't go your way. That is the reason why men don't open up. Because we know at some point when the breakup happens, you see that you're going to tell me about my traumatic experiences or your friends. But hey, and you're just like, there was no need to tell them about this. I stood by him when he had cancer. Who needed to know that? My boy, who needed to know that? Hey.
There's so many things that we need to touch on, and I feel like this won't be the last time we do this, because I feel like people need to hear more, and there is more.
Oh, there's a lot more.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play that commercial of yours. Ah, it's my favorite, guys. It's my favorite. I love it so much. I'm gonna play you guys that video after this. Like, it's so important.
I need love to ease my mind. I need to find someone to call mine. But mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. No, I can't bear to live my life alone. I grow impatient for a love to come my own. But when I feel that I can't go on, these precious words keeps me hanging on. You can't hurry.
Cute, guys. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Say bye to the peeps.
What was the need in faith? I
love that video. But say bye to the peeps, because we ours.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget, tell them to share and like and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Look, okay, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold up.